Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a brand new pick a card for you guys today. And today we are asking the question, what is in store for you for the rest of summer 2021? Yes, so we're basically just going to explore and find out and kind of see what's going on with you guys and what you may need to know, what may be happening for you, just in general. It could be about anything. It could be about love, your career, maybe something personal within going on. It could be about your family, your health, anything and everything. Just whatever is meant to come through is kind of the intention of what is coming up for you for the rest of the summer. And I would have done like a summer 2021 reading like a long time ago, but my own summer of 2021 has kind of been crazy with moving across country at the beginning of it and getting settled. And it's kind of been nothing but nonstop chaos even since I've gotten settled, which is a whole long story and besides the point. But things have been crazy, chaotic, flipped upside down, which is why this is a little bit delayed, a little bit later than I want it to be, but we're in like mid-July right now, so kind of anticipate this being maybe like the rest of July, all of August, and maybe like early September before we officially get into the fall season. So just kind of take it as that. And so that's basically what we're doing. And if you guys really enjoy this, if I resonate with you as a reader, please feel free to, drop me a comment down below on the reading. Let me know if it resonates, and subscribe for sure if I resonate with you, and hit the notification bell, because every time you do that, you will be notified of whenever a new video is uploaded and posted, and you'll also know when I go live. I've been struggling at returning back to my lives, but usually under normal circumstances, I am live every Monday and not Monday and Wednesday. I don't know why I was about to say Wednesday. That's so random. I wasn't even thinking Wednesday. No Wednesdays. Monday and Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time is usually when I go live. So yeah, be on the lookout for me then. So anytime I go live and anytime I post a new reading, it will be up and you'll be notified of it if you hit the notification bell. So yeah. Anyways, I would love it if you guys did that, subscribed, liked the video, commented, all that fun stuff. It helps me out in the algorithm here on YouTube, and can ultimately help me bring you guys even more content, which is what I want to do, and bring you guys more assistance in terms of readings. So anyway, yeah. Oh, and I'm also open and available for private readings as well. So information for private readings should be down in the description. Really everything that you need to know should be down in the description, whether it's lives or personal readings, or where you can find me in other places like Instagram, TikTok, etc. So all of that is in the description box down below. So feel free to check that out if you are interested. Anyway, let me introduce these piles here, and we got kind of a summery theme going on since we are talking about summer, the rest of summer. We've got some really funky looking sunglasses because I figured, sunglasses, summertime, they kind of go hand in hand. And these are very unique and crazy looking, which makes it even more fun. So pile number 1 is a red pair of sunglasses. They're all very sparkly. Like, look at that. You can see the ring light right there in the reflection. But yeah, they're red, they're bejeweled and everything, so they're super cool. So this one is pile number 1, the red bedazzled, bejeweled sunglasses. Pile number 2 is very similar in shape, but we just basically have a difference of color. This one is purple, and the gems, the little diamonds around it, are white. So we got some white diamond encrusted, well, they're not real diamonds, obviously, but gemstones, whatever you want to call them, some white ones bedazzling on the purple pair of sunglasses. And now we start getting into more funky and crazy ones. because pile number 3 is the pineapple sunglasses, which are especially fun. So they definitely are, you know, shaded with like a, you know, like a brown tone of shade there. And yeah, they're funky sunglasses. So you want to be super tropical, you got a thing for pineapples or whatever, this may be the pair for you. So I don't know, pick the pair that maybe you would wear. If you would wear any of these, if you're bold enough to wear any of these. I should probably actually go out and wear one of these for once, just because it would be fun too. And I don't live in LA anymore, so it'll be even more fun because of that factor. But yeah, pineapple sunglasses is pile number 3. And pile number 4 is the biggest pair. They're super big. They kind of remind me of like that big, like grandma type of shade sunglasses, but they're not grandma sunglasses at all. They're blue and big, and they have like a really funky design around them here with the gemstones. It's different than like the plain way that, you know, the first 2 are. But yes, they're blue, they're super funky, super wild, super crazy, super like gem crazy. So I love them. They're awesome. They're so funky. And this is the one pair of sunglasses that did not want to stand upright. They just want to collapse. They're so big, but that's okay. So anyways, those are your 4 pair of sunglasses to pick from, your 4 groups. So go ahead and pick the pile that resonates with you the best, whether it is by timestamp, by number, or simply by funky pair of sunglasses that you would like, that you might want to wear. So those are your 4 choices. Anyway, we are going to get started here with pile number 1, the red pair of sunglasses. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this red pair of sunglasses, you know, all super sweet and funky, then this is going to be the pile for you to find out what is in store for you for the rest of summer of 2021. All right, let me find a nice spot to kind of prop up your funky sunglasses so they're still a part of it. I don't know, should I leave it like that or like this? There. Okay, they're fine like that. You can still see them. I was like, I want you guys to still see your sunglasses, and you guys are my guinea pig group with setting up the sunglasses at least. Okay. So we're going to start off here with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay these down, and we'll see what comes through, what's going on. So you guys have the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, 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 apparently, the Tower, and the 8 of Pentacles. All right, so you guys have a lot of Pentacles happening here, obviously. Pentacles in general usually imply to like money or finances, you know, material possessions, the material world, that kind of thing. So right off the bat, with so many pentacles in general coming out, this goes to show me that for some of you, you could have a lot of things happening dealing with work over the summertime. You could be working on getting a lot of your pentacles, a lot of your money together. Just right off the bat. But let's dive a little bit deeper into each of the individual card meanings so we can get a more detailed picture. So first of all, the first card that came out for you guys is the 2 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups is usually about a pairing together. It is partnership. A lot of the times this can be considered like a love type of relationship thing, dealing with love, that you guys have a partnership with somebody, that kind of thing. So, you know, take this as it resonates because it is a general reading. It could look a little bit different for everybody depending on the circumstances and the situations. But because we did have so many pentacles coming through here, I honestly feel like for most of you guys, the 2 of Pentacles in this particular pull may actually not be in regards to love. That it may actually be in regards to work. I feel like there could be a partnership that maybe you guys are involved in when it comes down to work, because partnerships is not just romance. You know, you can have like a business partner or a coworker of yours, or, you know, just, you know, it could even be somebody who works above you, or maybe someone who works below you, but somebody who works with you in some capacity, like somebody in your line of work, somebody in your industry. But somebody I feel like you generally have worked with before in one way or another. You know, whether you're an independent contractor and maybe this is like a client that you've had, or maybe this is someone you've collaborated with before in the past. But I feel like it's someone that you do genuinely work well with, because the Two of Cups is usually someone that, you know, it's not just a partnership, but someone that you really connect with, that you really click with. So whoever this person is, I feel like it's someone that you really have a good connection with when it does come to work. So I feel like there's going to be this new opportunity when it comes to work in this partnership, because, you know, the Ace of Pentacles is very much about like a new beginning when it comes to material possessions. It's kind of like making an offer, in a sense. It's like making an offer. Like if this was a romantic situation, it could be an offer in terms of like a date or a present or something like that. There's some kind of physical, tangible offer is the point. So if this is like in a work situation, it could be like a job offer. It could be a raise. It could be something along those terms. It could be something in regards to taking your career to the next level, basically. So I feel like there's something going on here over the summer dealing with you guys involving a partnership where there is going to be an offer that is made. You may make an offer to them, they may make an offer to you, but it's an offer to work together, to kind of take things to the next level and that kind of thing. And if this isn't resonating for you guys in terms of like the career thing, and you're like, well, I don't really have a career thing going on right now, but I do have a particular person on my mind, then please take it in regards to love, because it could be in regards to that too. I'm just taking it as work right now just because we do have so much pentacle heavy energy, which to me does come across as like a work kind of situation. Then we have the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles can be all about, it can be about like a poverty mindset, like not feeling like you're worthy enough, good enough, strong enough, talented enough, beautiful enough, whatever it is enough. Like you just feel like there's not enough, that there's lack in some sense of the word. That's kind of what the Five of Pentacles is about. So I do feel like there could be some challenges. There could be some challenges in this partnership here that you wind up having this offer happen with. So yeah, there could be some challenges in that, simply because you or that other person may be thinking that, you know, I'm not good enough, I'm not this enough, I'm not that enough. And once again, that could be in either scenario, either in work or in love. Like you could be in a relationship with somebody and you may feel like you're not pretty enough for them, or they may feel like, you know, they're not manly enough for you. Like maybe they feel like they're not able to provide for you or something like that. So once again, take it where it resonates, but there's definitely this imbalance in this connection, even with this new offer coming through, where someone feels like they're not worthy, someone feels like they're not good enough for it. But despite that, it seems like there is going to be hard work and effort and collaboration put in together. The Three of Pentacles is about working together. It is about collaborating together, which is kind of echoing here what this Two of Cups and this Ace of Pentacles was that came out at the start. So once again, I do feel like over the summer, the rest of the summertime, you're going to be working together with somebody. You're going to be collaborating with somebody. So once again, if this is in work, I feel like this Two of Cups, either you or them is going to give an offer to one or the other, and you guys are going to be working together, probably to work in a way where it's going to be beneficial for both your business and theirs, you know, your position at work and theirs, that kind of thing. If it's in regards to love, if it's in regards to a relationship, I feel like this is basically you and that other person coming together and working together on your relationship. You know, trying to work through the hurdles and the bad behaviors and the mental roadblocks and that kind of thing that we all face and that we all go through dealing with relationships. And sometimes we have to work together with that other person in order to break through those things. So either way, I feel like there is going to be hard work. But I feel like something dealing with this unworthiness, the feeling of being unworthy, the feeling of lack, and that kind of thing, is going to wind up bringing up a tower moment, which is not fun. A tower moment is definitely, you know, when the earth is kind of rattled beneath you, basically. It is shaken underneath you. So the tower is basically, it's shaking the foundation that was already built, because whatever that was there before, it wasn't strong enough. It wasn't like built very solidly. It wasn't strong enough to sustain whatever was going on. So I feel like this may wind up happening. I don't feel like it's going to happen like right now this second, but it could be something that happens maybe later on in the summer. It could be something that happens more closer towards the fall, unfortunately. Which is funny, you know, the season of fall, you have a fall here in a sense with the tower. So I feel like that could mean that because of whoever in this connection is feeling unworthy, it's going to bring about this tower moment. And yeah, I mean, there was obviously hard work happening before, like in collaborating, but considering you have the Eight of Pentacles, which came out last, the Eight of Pentacles is, once again, it's still about hard work. It's still about hard work and diligence. Like, that's the funny thing. We're still having this continued theme of hard work, working hard work. So I feel like in the aftermath of the tower moment, you may wind up going back to some hard work, but considering we have a single unicorn here by itself, it may be just you by yourself for a little while. So I feel like that either tells me a couple of different possibilities. It tells me that whatever collaboration that was going on here in the beginning, you know, whoever it was that you were working with, you know, collaborating in your career and that kind of thing. Not to say that your like working connection with them is doomed and you're never going to work with them or anything like that, but I feel like it could mean an ending in that particular project or that particular season dealing with that person. And then it's like, you know what? Time for you to step aside. It's time for me to go and just like work on my own for a little bit. It could be the same thing if it's a relationship, if it's like a love connection kind of thing. You know, once again, if you're in a relationship with somebody and, you know, one or the other is feeling like they're unworthy, you know, they're feeling like they don't deserve to be in the connection, it's probably going to lead to a tower moment. And I'm not saying you guys are going to break up. I'm not saying that you guys are going to go into some crazy tailwind separation, never be together kind of thing. But there could be a time of just taking a break and stepping things back, just so maybe you can work on yourself on your own a little bit. They can work on themselves on their own a little bit. So that way then later on you guys can come back together and continue building together what you had already started. So like I said, I don't feel like this is like a forever, like boom, you're just going to be done. It's the end kind of thing on either level, whether it's romantically or in a work situation. But I do feel like, you know, connections are going to come together. Hard work is going to be put in. There's going to be a little bit of imbalance and insecurity, which is going to create a tower moment. And then that's going to require some time individually on your own to take out and to be just like, okay, I got to take care of myself. I got to work hard on my business. I got to work hard on myself, whatever it is that seems to be. But that kind of seems to be the theme for the rest of the summer. But we have some more cards to unfold here, so we're not done. We're not done with you yet. We got some cards from the Ice Cream Oracle, because what better cards to use for summer than ice cream, obviously. You guys have Pina Colada, recreation, traveling, and amusement. You have white chocolate raspberry, sensibility, decorum, and elegance. You have blue moon, dream, imagine, and create. And you have grape, prophecies, spirits, and magic. Okay, so to tie these guys into everything that's happening over here, I see a few different things going on. Number one, with blue moon, dream, imagine, create, I feel like once again, with whatever it is that you're working on over the summer, whether it's involved in work or involved in a relationship, there's going to be a lot of creativity put into that. It's going to be a time of basically building your dreams, helping making your dreams come true, putting actions towards what it is that you want to manifest. So I do feel like this is going to be a season and time of great creativity. Really using your imagination and stretching that out, especially during these times of when you're working with someone else and even when you're working on your own. So that's going to be a good thing. I feel like for a lot of you guys, we also have grape, prophecies, magic, and spirits. I feel like a lot of you guys, when it comes down to your work, especially if we're talking on the business side of things here, I feel like a lot of you guys are very intuitive, and a lot of you guys probably already do this kind of stuff, whether you do it like full-time, like 100% it's your career, or you just kind of dabble and you're like a little hobbyist in it right now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what stage and what phase you're in with it. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you kind of do like this kind of work in spirituality, whether it's reading for people, or maybe you do mediumships, or maybe you do Reiki on people, healings and that kind of thing. But I feel like a lot of you guys do that. I mean, generally, if you're someone who is watching readings as a whole on YouTube, aside from just general curiosity, I feel like a lot of people do that because they are genuinely interested in it and probably do something dealing with it to a certain extent themselves. So, so I do feel like this is going to be confirmation for some of you guys, at least in the work department, like, oh yeah, that's me. Like, I'm a reader and I've been like collaborating with a reader or something like that, whatever it may be. In regards to the other side of it, if it's like love and relationships and that kind of thing, I feel like it's going to be a time for you to kind of just like emphasize your intuition and emphasize, in a sense, your own inner magic, especially through like the dreams and being creative and that kind of thing, to help you kind of navigate that connection, to navigate that relationship a little bit better. With white raspberry, can I pick the card up? Apparently not. With white raspberry, sensibility, decorum, and elegance, I do feel like the vibe I kind of get from this card is like integrity. I know the word integrity is not on this card, but that's honestly the first thing that I think of. Like, somebody who has integrity is usually very sensible. They have a certain decorum about them. They can even come across as being very elegant because, you know, they have so much integrity. It shows that they're very emotionally aware. They're very emotionally educated in a sense. And I feel like this is basically just a quality that you hold and a quality that I feel like you exude and people probably pick up on and probably admire and enjoy that part about you, especially the person that you are working with here, that you are dealing with. And with pina colada, with recreation, traveling, and amusement, it is summertime after all. A lot of people usually do travel and, you know, kind of do things that they normally wouldn't do during the summertime. I know last year a lot of people did not because of the pandemic. And I know we're not free and clear out of the pandemic just yet, but a lot of things have loosened up. A lot of things have opened up over the course of the months. So it seems like there are more people getting out there and doing things and taking vacations, much more so this year than last year. So this may just be an indication that you may have some fun activity yet planned before the summer is over, like a little vacation. where you may go traveling. Maybe you're going to go to an amusement park or something like that, but something that's recreational, something that's fun. I feel like if you haven't done this already, or you have no plans to do that, it may be a good idea to do that or make plans to do that, especially after this tower moment, because I feel like it's going to help you unwind, relax, kind of reset and restore things so you guys can move forward. Then we have some feather cards here from the Divine Feather Oracle. Let's see what you guys got. You guys have the Kingfisher. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in perfect form. And my throat is going, so I'm going to take a quick drink. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Okay. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form. So I feel like this is a reminder to you guys, regardless of what's going on here, whether you're currently working with this person or the offer has just been made or whatever it may be, even especially during that tower moment, remember that prosperity can still be yours, that you still need to have faith in your situation. So yeah, and it may be hard to believe that you can receive that you can have prosperity, because it could be you. It could be you who is in that poverty mindset, thinking that you're not good enough, thinking that you can't have what it is that you truly want to have. But you can. You 100% can. And I feel like the Kingfisher here is basically a little reminder of that. You guys also have the Grouse. I hope I'm saying that right. Embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. Interesting. So basically, this card is telling you guys to get down and get funky. So yeah, I mean, music can be so therapeutic, you guys. It really can. I mean, just like earlier tonight, I went out and I got some dinner. And I was driving back, and I mean, I wasn't like I was driving. It's not like I could really drive. It's not like I could really dance, but I was having a little dance party in my own car. I was like belting out the music. The windows were down. I didn't care. I didn't care if anyone was watching my little car concert. Who cares? But sometimes you gotta do that. It's a great way to just like express emotions and get things out. If you're feeling really good, it can feel good because it's just like that emotional burst. And if you're feeling bad, it can be a great way to just like bring your mood up and to kind of get some of that stuff out in a healthy way. So that could be a part of the recreation part here too. So don't be afraid to put on some music, dance, maybe get involved in a TikTok challenge or something. Just move your body to some music and have some fun. And you also have the Woodpecker. Use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. So I feel like this is kind of, the woodpecker I feel like is more in reference to like after this tower moment, because it's telling you that you do have the strength to still achieve what it is that you want to do, to still meet those goals, to still do the thing, because, going through this tower moment here is basically the thing that would make you feel like you can't. It's the thing that would make you feel like there's too much coming against you. But you can still do it. You can still find that rhythm. You can still work hard through things, and you can still make the dream happen. It takes work. Nothing in life that is worth having comes easy, obviously. And finally, you guys, we have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, watch and pray that you will not enter into temptation, Matthew 26:41. So, in this card in particular, once again, I get kind of like the post-tower feeling from this. If you look at Jesus on the card himself, he's not happy. He's definitely not happy in this picture. I think this picture is supposed to represent the time that he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, before he went to go see like Pontius Pilate and that kind of thing, and was basically like sentenced to death and stuff, because he was in the garden. He was praying for God to spare him, even though he knew he wasn't going to be spared. And he was struggling here. Like, he was obviously having a hard time. He could have like done something else, ran away or something like that. That could have been the temptation that he could have fell in, but he didn't. He went through with what he knew was the right thing to do, with what he knew he was sent to do. So I feel like you guys may feel like this and feel like you want to be spared of your pain and everything coming out of your own personal Garden of Gethsemane with the tower. But, Jesus didn't give up. He kept going because he loves us all that much. And you can keep going too. If Jesus did it, then, any of us can do it, is the point, So you guys got this. You guys are stronger than you know. And if you feel weak, call upon assistance, call upon Jesus, call upon the angels, call upon for that help, because all you gotta do is ask. Half the time we don't get what we want because we just don't ask. So ask for that help, ask for that strength. It will be there. It will be yours. So I hope that this reading helped you guys out and made sense for you. If the message didn't flow, just let it go. But if the message did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. Otherwise, I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by and spend some time with me here today. It means the world to me. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the purple funky sunglasses, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is in store for you for the rest of summer 2021. All right, I'm going to put our funky shades over here. And we are going to kick things off here with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay these bad boys down, and then we'll see what's going on. We got the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Chariot, the World, and the Five of Wands. Okay, so starting off with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like this is basically you. Whoever's watching this right now, whoever's viewing this right now, I feel like this is you. The Queen of Pentacles, she is like the most solid, stable, secure, and reliable of all the queens, pretty much. She is very grounded. She's got that earth energy. She's very motherly. She's very caring and kind. She is, she basically handles it all. She balances it all. She runs it all. She's the mother, the lover, the wife, the entrepreneur. She can usually run her own business. It's like she's running a business and she's got a baby on her hip all at the same time. So I feel like this is basically you, which means, you yourself as a person, you're probably, in a pretty good place about yourself is what it comes down to. So you probably are overwhelmed a lot in balancing it all, but somehow you manage to do it. You're probably like the one friend that other friends go to where you're just like, they're like, oh my God, like you do A, B, C, D, blah, 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 blah. And you're still able to do it like flawless and look amazing and everything. And you may not feel like it a lot of the times, but they notice it and they want to know, how do you do it? Because they want to do it too. So I feel like that just kind of describes you and how you are. You could be in that kind of frame of mind and that kind of place energetically over the summer. And the Five of Wands here on the flip side, like I know this was the last one that came out, but I feel like the Five of Wands kind of represents like how chaotic your life can be at times, just in general. The Five of Wands can all be about like conflict and turmoil and misunderstandings and that kind of thing. And I feel like that can just be your life sometimes. And it could be with anything. It could be, conflict at work, conflict at home, conflict with, your special person, conflict with family. Take it as it resonates. I feel like there's definitely conflict in your life, and that's why sometimes it's like when people go to you and they're just like, oh my gosh, like, you're there for your kids, you're able to do all these things for them, you're able to take them to like soccer practice and, coach them on different things and blah, 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 blah. And then you still make all this money and you're like this top person on your job and everything. And, you're still able to like nurture a relationship with a guy. And I feel like your friends are just like, how do you do that? Like, I don't have enough hours in the day. How do you do that? And you're kind of befuddled when they ask you this because you're like, I don't know. I don't know how I do it because I feel like I just have nothing but conflict and chaos and insanity in my life. So I feel like this is probably what you feel like you're doing on the flip side. Everyone else sees the Queen of Pentacles. You see the chaos and the confusion and the insanity and the conflict. So I feel like that's kind of the state of how your summer has been going so far. But I do feel like, I know a lot of the times you guys come to my channel for the love readings, and I know pile one seemed to be more so heavy on like the career front of things because there were so many pentacles that came flying out of that particular pile in general. But you guys have a nice mixture here, so I don't feel like this is all just about, work with you guys. I feel like for you guys, it is more about some love that you may be dealing with for the remainder of summer because you do have the Ace of Cups that came through. And the Ace of Cups is basically about a new beginning in love. It is about a refreshment in love. This could either be new love coming in for you, or it could be with someone that you've already been dealing with, and it could be like a new chapter. It could be a fresh new beginning, like in a sense, a shedding of the skin of the relationship and how it used to be. And now you guys are going to go into like this new beginning, this new chapter where things are hopefully, better and not as conflicted and crazy, which could be where some of that conflict and chaos was coming from. But I do feel like there is this new beginning that is coming dealing with love, whether it is new with a totally new person or with a person that's been around for a long time and it's just a new thing with them. But either way, I feel like there is this new overflowing, and it's overflowing abundance of love. I mean, look at this cup. It's just like overflowing when it comes to the love thing. So I feel like that's definitely something that's going on. So the Page of Swords, I feel like, is basically that person, whoever that person is to you. And the Page of Swords, he comes in swiftly and quickly with his truth, is what it comes down to. So yeah, I feel like this person is going to kind of come in. I feel like it's going to be out of nowhere because you could be sitting here thinking like, well, yeah, there's a particular person, but he doesn't do anything. He says nothing, he does nothing. He's more comfortable with things being a mess and a disaster in the conflict than actually like making things better. You could be thinking that, or you could be thinking, I'm so single as a Pringle, like there's literally no one around me that I'm interested in, and there's no one who's interested in me, kind of a thing. So you could be sitting there going like, well, I don't know about that. I feel like it's going to happen out of nowhere. It's just going to come out of absolutely freaking nowhere. It's going to drop out of the sky, in a sense, into your lap. This truth that's going to be delivered to you from this person who's ultimately going to bring you a cup of love. And I feel like that cup of love is going to be their truth. So I feel like if this is somebody that you've already been dealing with, they've been feeling this way for a long time. So they definitely have this cup of love to give you. And with the Chariot here, the Chariot is an action card. It is a card of forward movement. It is a card of moving forward. So I feel like, these two cards in a sense kind of go together. I feel like this person is going to basically get into their Chariot, take action, and move forward towards you with their truth. And their truth is likely going to be offering you here a cup of love, a cup of their love, that they want this fresh new start, that they want this fresh new beginning with you. So I feel like for most of you guys, that's probably what the situation is going to be of what is going down here. And not only that, but the Chariot can also be about beating out adversaries, competition, that kind of thing. So if there's been anything like that going on, which I feel like, once again, is possible with that Five of Wands energy here with the conflict, all that's going to be knocked out of the way. All that's going to be gone. And finally, with the World here, you guys, the World is, in a sense, like having the world at your fingertips, basically. The World is, in a sense, it's kind of like making your life, in a sense, like taking this 180 turn where things were filled with the conflict, chaos, insanity, disruptions, distractions, and that kind of thing, to a place where you actually want it to be, to a place where there's actual peace and love and joy and understanding and, just like all those good things. So the World is about having the world in your fingertips and your world, in a sense, kind of being flipped 180 into something better, which I feel like is going to happen coming out of this person bringing their truth, which is their cup of love, to you in their Chariot. We've also got some cards from the Ice Cream Oracle here because, of course, it is summertime. And what better deck than the Ice Cream Oracle to talk about summertime with than the Ice Cream Oracle? Okay, so you guys got Salted Caramel, Performances, Costumes, and Mischief. Blueberry, Peace, Meditation, and Acceptance. Fig, Abundance, Fertility, and Expansion. And Mango, Attraction, Intrigue, and Sensuality. Okay, so starting with the Salted Caramel up here. Come on, let me grab you. It's like, no, I don't want to be picked up. Okay, so Salted Caramel, which was just being a little salty with me. I feel like the Salted Caramel is kind of reflected here in the Five of Wands. I feel like when there's all that conflict and chaos and that kind of thing going on around you, I feel like it's usually because people are putting on masks. Usually people are, pretty much putting on a performance, wearing a costume of sorts, that they're not being, totally authentic and real and transparent. And I feel like when that happens, it creates a lot of this conflict and turmoil that happens in your life. And, especially if we are specifically talking about this love interest person here, that could be what they've already kind of put you through in the past. They could have put on maybe this mask of like, I don't like you, I don't care about you, I'm going to ignore you, I'm going to ghost you, blah, 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 blah. They could have put on this act, which of course caused a lot of chaos and conflict and turmoil. But I do feel like, once again, with that World card here, I feel like that's going to turn around. It's going to change. I feel like you yourself, as that Queen of Pentacles, that you have been meditating a lot. You've been trying to just not, I guess you could say, accept that they're never going to come back, or not accept that, you're just going to like deal with this chaos and conflict pretty much. But I feel like you've kind of just like accepted the whole thing of it is what it is. You know, like there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can change about it. You would like to see it improve and you would like to see it be better, of course, but you're not ruled and controlled by those emotions. You kind of are just like, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow. It is what it is. Let it be what it's going to be. So you've been really working hard on that, probably through meditation, just really working on needing your own inner peace. Because I feel like, you know, especially when there's conflict and chaos going on around you, that peace is more important than anything. It's like you have nothing if you don't have peace. So I feel like that's something that's been really important to you. And I do feel like with this person coming forward here with their truth and their cup of love of offer to you, it is going to bring about abundance, fertility, and expansion in your connection to this person. That is, it's gonna, you know, like I said, it's gonna bring that 180. It's gonna make things better. And it's gonna make things better because there is this mutual attraction between the two of you that, you know, you do intrigue them. You know, who knows? Maybe they even have a dating profile, for example, and maybe on their dating profile they say that they want to build up on the intrigue. Well, believe it or not, you already intrigue them. So yeah, I feel like there's definitely this buildup of intrigue there and sensuality. That this isn't just about like unconditional love and having those caring feelings for one another. Like, of course, that's important, and that's a huge foundational building block, you know, especially in terms of friendship and everything. But I feel like there's definitely more to it than just being good friends or, you know, just caring about one another. That there's definitely that sexual side, that sexual chemistry and everything too between you guys with the attraction and sensuality. So I do feel like all of that is going to change. It's going to be a 180. So like I said, they've been putting on an act with you, acting like, I don't care about you. I'm not going to talk to you. Blah, 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 blah. It's going to change. It is going to change out of frickin' nowhere. So just, you know, kind of sit tight. Just do your thing. Keep meditating. Keep being at peace. Keep doing what you're doing. We also have a few feathers here from the Divine Feather Oracle. And let's see what you guys got. We have hummingbird, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. So it's really hard for someone to come in and express that truth, you know, especially if it is a positive truth of expressing love and all those other kind of things. It's really hard on an energetic level for them to feel comfortable and prepared and ready to deliver that to you if you yourself are carrying around a lot of burdens and you yourself are, you know, mentally in a sense still living in that chaos. You gotta lighten up. You gotta lighten up and live life and enjoy life and have fun, because you know what? Life was meant to be enjoyed. It was meant to like laugh and have fun and play and let your inner child out to just like relax and that kind of thing. That's what draws people in. That's what people want to be around. People don't want to be around someone who is sad and depressed and crying all the time and being like, oh, my world is falling apart. And I'm not saying that there aren't times to do that. You know, we all need a good cry every once in a while. We all need to be real with our emotions. We all need to do that. But there's one thing, acknowledging those things when they happen. It's another thing to be in that condition all the time. And sometimes I think people get a little too obsessive with their healing. And then you don't even wind up becoming codependent on that person anymore, but then you become codependent on healing, and you become codependent on this ideal or this standard where you have to like be a certain way, that you have to meet a certain mark, all that other kind of stuff. And you guys need to relax. You guys need to take it down a notch. Like, it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to live life. So I feel like that's what the hummingbird is trying to tell you guys here. Loosen up, enjoy life. It'll open up the opportunity even more so for this Page of Swords to get into his chariot and come to you to express his love. You guys also have the bluebird. You are being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. And I feel like that's just a reminder of basically what I just said, you guys. Stop stressing out. You guys are blessed as it is already. There's so much good that's already in your life. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more that's even coming yet that like you don't even realize it right now. You're going to look back at your life a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and you're going to be like, what was I worrying about? What was I so wound up about? Like everything is so good. So, you know, once again, it's kind of a reminder of what that hummingbird was just saying. You are already blessed. You already have happiness and peace in your life. Just kind of let it keep flowing in. And you have the magpie. Reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. So, as I drop the magpie, I feel like with the magpie, it's basically saying, like, let go of what weighs you down. It's not saying to let go of what makes you happy and what makes you feel good, but let go of the things that make you feel crappy about yourself. Like, for example, if you get a bogus reading from a reader and it makes you feel like crap, it makes you feel like you're doing all the wrong things, let go of that reading. It wasn't for you then, you know? I always tell people that, you know, a good reader is, yes, they're going to point out to you what it is you need to work on and how to, like, make your life better and to help it raise higher and stuff. But you should never be left coming out of that reading feeling condemned. You should always feel being convicted. Because when you're convicted, you feel motivated to work on those things. You feel good and excited to. But if you just feel like beat up and depressed and you're crying like tears of sadness rather than tears of joy coming out of that reading, that's something you need to let go. That's an example of something that is weighing you down that you need to let go. And it doesn't necessarily have to be if you got a reading from somebody or not. It could be other things. It could be, you know, a friend that maybe it's like an unhealthy kind of relationship. Maybe it's a little one-sided. Maybe you're always there for them. And then, you know, if you ask them to be there for you, they just kind of like don't do anything. It could be a lot of different things. But bottom line is the things that are not good for you, that make you feel bad about yourself and everything, leave those things. Because once you unburden that baggage, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to find that peace and find that happiness and to just, you know, have fun. Find the fun again in life. Finally, you guys, we have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus because, in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. Luke 11:28. So, you know, once again, you guys, when you hear the word of God, and that doesn't necessarily have to mean you have to open a Bible and find a Bible verse and say, okay, I've heard him now. It doesn't have to be anything fancy like that. It could just be that still small voice inside your heart where you know that that message is for you, that you know that that's intended for you. Follow through on those things. Don't let those things slide, for sure. So follow through on that. So if this reading is resonating and making sense for you, then follow through on that, for example. So yeah, that's basically what I have for you guys. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. And please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. Also, you guys, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out and just spending a little bit of time with me here today. It definitely means the world to me. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose this crazy, funky pair of pineapple sunglasses, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is in store for you for the rest of summer 2021. So exciting. All right, pineapples, put you over there. And we're gonna jump start with you guys with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. I'm just gonna go ahead and put these down, and then we'll kind of take a look at them and see exactly how they all coordinate together to find out what's going on. We have Temperance, the Knight of Cups, the Star, the Six of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Five of Swords. Okay, you guys. So, taking a look here at what we have got going on with, let's see, where should we start? We kind of have a lot going on here with you guys. Interesting. So, starting off with Temperance. Temperance, for me, is almost like another way of saying patience. Temperance can be about patience. It can be about balance, basically. Things evening out. Things being as they should. And I feel like for most of you guys, your patience is being tested this summer. Really with whatever it is that is near and dear to your heart. And I feel like for most of you guys, it's probably going to be in regards to love, because I know a lot of you guys come to these readings searching for information and guidance and insight when it comes to love. So you could be dealing with a situation, or you could be in a relationship that is a little challenging and it takes a lot of work and balance and patience is what it comes down to. So I feel like the rest of the summer may be a time of like testing that. Not to say that you don't have that, not to say that you can't do it, but I do feel like, especially if patience is one of your weak spots, that you may be tested a lot when it comes to patience. But it's not because you're being tortured. It's not because the universe is against you or anything like that. It's because honestly, God cares about you that much, that He loves you that much, that He wants to see balance, that He wants to see good things in your life. So if things are a little trying in the patience department, don't worry about it. It's hard. It's a virtue for a reason, obviously, but I feel like that's something that may be a theme for you. Maybe it already has been during the summer. I feel like it's just going to continue to be if it already has been. We also have the Knight of Cups, and I feel like the Knight of Cups would basically be your person. The Knight of Cups is usually someone who comes along with their cup of love, and they're almost kind of like a smooth talker in a sense, because they are kind of good with the love. They can kind of be like a Casanova. They can say all the right things. You know, they whisper the sweet nothings into your ear and stuff like that. Depending on the condition of the heart of that person, it can be genuine. There can also be times where it's not genuine, and they could be saying those things because they have an ulterior motive. Only you're going to know 100% for sure whether those words are genuine or not. But I do feel like that there is probably somebody in your life who fits the description of that Knight of Cups, who wants to come along and express their love, and, you know, kind of be that very sweet Casanova kind of person towards you. And if they're not doing that yet, I feel like they will. I feel like they have that in them. I also keep looking at this Five of Swords here, and the Five of Swords can definitely kind of be a card of defeat. It can be like a card of like defeated conflict and that kind of thing. So I feel like you may be experiencing this, or you may have already experienced some of this in your situation. So you may not necessarily have all this patience and have all this, encouragement and everything based on trials and stuff that you've already dealt with this person. Maybe this person has already whispered sweet nothings into your ears and then took off. But I do feel like regardless of whether they have come in and out of your life or not, I do feel like they see you in that star energy, because you guys got the star here. So I feel like this is how they view you. They view you as a star. I feel like in some ways they see you as unattainable, because when we look up into the sky and we see the stars at night, we know it's not like we can just put our hand out and reach and grab for one of those stars and pull it back down to earth. It doesn't work like that. They're far away. They're distant. They're meant to be viewed from a distance. And I feel like, maybe from this Five of Swords here coming through before, that this person in the past, and they may still be doing this right now, that they keep you at a distance. That, like, you're so beautiful, you're so in awe to this person that it's like it's better to see you from afar. You could be just like a couple miles away from this person and have every opportunity to see one another. And, for them, it may be more comfortable for them to basically just like creep on your social media or something like that. So, yeah, but I definitely feel like they hold you in high regards, though. They don't do that because they don't care. They do care, but the thing is, they see you in that star energy. They don't see themselves as another star that can match you, in a sense. And with the Three of Wands here, the Three of Wands is kind of, once again, an emphasis on waiting. It's an emphasis on patience. Because the Three of Wands is about waiting for your ships to come in. This unicorn is standing here at the edge of the water. It's looking out to the ocean or the lake or whatever that is out there. And there's a ship out there. And this unicorn is basically just standing there waiting for it to dock. Waiting for it to come ashore. So I feel like that's probably how you guys feel a lot of the time when it comes to your dreams coming true, this particular person, this particular situation. A lot of the times you guys probably feel like, I just keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Oh, and did I say waiting? For this person to do something. Which once again is building up your patience. It is helping bring things in balance. It doesn't necessarily always feel that way, but that's what's going on here. So there's definitely this theme of waiting, patience, balancing things out at this time. But I don't feel like it's in vain. I do feel like, because we do have this Knight of Cups here, and Knights are usually about action, I do feel like he is going to come along. He is going to give that cup of love. And when he does, you guys are going to get your Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is basically a time of celebration. The Six of Wands is a good thing. These unicorns here kind of have this little parade route going on. They've got their wreaths on and everything, and they're having a grand old merry time. So I do feel like when the time is right, this person is going to come forward with their cup of love, which will bring in a time of blessing and favor and celebration in your life with that person. But it's going to take time. So this may be something that may continue through the rest of the summer. Like, nothing may even happen with this person during the summer. You could be spending your whole summer being patient here with temperance and waiting for them to come along. Now, there's nothing wrong with waiting for someone. I would never tell someone to not wait for someone. It depends on how you're waiting. If you're waiting poorly, if you're grumbling, whining, complaining, if you're constantly upset, that is the wrong way to wait. It's not about waiting that's the problem. It's about how you're waiting. Are you still living your life? Are you still happy? Do you still have peace? Do you still hang out with your friends? Do you still do your hobbies and your interests? and other activities and passions that you care about that get you fired up, if you're doing that, then you can keep waiting because you're waiting the right way. So it's not about waiting that's the problem. It's more about like what you're doing when you're waiting. How are you waiting? Do you know how to wait well is what it comes down to. So I feel like that's kind of what you're dealing with here over the summer. You know, it could be maybe in the fall that this person brings their cup of love, and then maybe in the fall and the winter will be the time of celebration for you guys. But I do feel like the summer is going to be filled with a lot of waiting. So just learn how to wait well is what it comes down to. And I know a lot of the times people always say like, oh, well, this is happening because you're still healing. You're not done healing, blah, 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 blah. If you know you still have things to heal and you still need to work on, then by all means, take that time that you're waiting to do those things and work on those things. But if you know you're genuinely okay, the things are not horrible for you in terms of the healing department, keep doing what you need to do to take care of yourself, enjoy your life, do the other things so you can, wait well is what it comes down to. And, sometimes it's not even about healing. Sometimes it's just about timing. Sometimes it's just about timing and accepting that it is what it is and that it will happen when it's meant to. Because when it comes to waiting, there are seasons in our life when God is waiting on us, which is where we do our healing. But there are also times where we're waiting, where we are waiting on God. And He does that simply because He asks us to do that. And that's it. Sometimes there's no big rhyme or big reason behind it. It just...
Hold on tight, spider monkey.
Hold on tight, spider monkey. That's right. Hold on, I need to get a drink. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so fired up. Yeah, so hold on tight, spider monkey, like my phone just said. But yeah, sometimes it just is what it is. We don't have to understand or know the meaning behind everything. Just if you know you gotta wait, you gotta wait. Just do it well. Anyway, I could go on a whole separate tangent about that. I'm not going to right now. I'm going to continue with your guys' reading and the Ice Cream Oracle, because the Ice Cream Oracle is, of course, the most summery oracle deck that I have, which is perfect for a summer reading. And you guys have green tea, work ethic, diligence, and meticulousness. Pumpkin spice, harvest, prosperity, and fortune. Kiwi strawberry, youthfulness, optimism, and exuberance. And rainbows, self-expression, diversity, and pride. All right, so with these ice cream cards, first of all, with green tea, come here, green tea. With green tea, work ethic, diligence, and meticulousness, I feel like this is basically this basically shows like who you guys are as a whole in general. Like, I feel like you guys already work on yourselves very hard. Maybe even a little bit too hard. You guys may be a little bit on the workaholic side when it comes to working on yourself, that you don't give yourself a break, basically. You may need to cut loose and relax a little bit. But I do feel like you guys are very diligent on your own journey and on your own internal well-being and taking good care of yourself. I feel like you've already been doing that you're going to continue to do that you really don't have anything to worry about in that area, other than probably balancing it out a little bit better, which may be another reason why temperance is here. You may need to balance that out and maybe not be so self-critical of yourself, and, let yourself off the hook every once in a while. And let's see, we also have youthfulness, optimism, and exuberance with kiwi strawberry. And I feel like this is the perfect card to kind of let yourself off the hook a little bit. Let your inner child out to play with youthfulness here. Sometimes when we're so busy, like working on ourselves and healing and all this other kind of stuff, we forget to just have fun and to be optimistic and to just be youthful. And, that'll give you a new burst of energy, a new burst of strength. It'll bring that exuberance back into the situation that you need. So, like I said, let yourself off the hook a little bit here. It's fine to play hooky. You don't have to go to healing school every single day. And then we have rainbow, self-expression, diversity, and pride. So one thing that may help you guys as you're waiting is to express yourself. And I don't feel like that means, call up this person and express how you feel right now or anything like that. But I do feel like it means like express yourself in a creative way. It could be in a creative way where maybe you're helping other people doing readings, for example. You could create a deck. You could write a song. You could write a poem. You could create art. There's so many different ways of being creative and expressing yourself. But I feel like that may be maybe one of the projects that you could work on while you're waiting, basically. And it'll make you feel good. It'll be a release. It's one of those healthy ways of waiting well is what it comes down to. And with pumpkin spice, harvest, prosperity, and fortune, I think this is kind of like the perfect card to kind of end that note on, because like I said, you guys, I do feel like your person is going to come along in the Knight of Cups here to express their love to you. And when they do, it's going to be a time of celebration. It's going to be a season of, celebration, basically. But I don't feel like it's going to happen during the summer. I feel like the rest of the summer is going to be a lot of this temperance and a lot of this Three of Wands. This energy here is pretty heavy duty on this pile. So I feel like it's going to be a lot of waiting, a lot of needing to wait well and balancing things out. But just like the fall brings a season of harvest, I feel like this relationship will also experience a season of harvest in the fall, due to the diligence that's put in now in terms of waiting well and having that patience. So I feel like that definitely measures up. So probably around the fall, you're going to see prosperity, you're going to see fortune dealing with this person. You're ultimately going to harvest the rewards of your good faith and your waiting and your diligence right now. Then we have some divine feather cards for you guys. And you guys have the Blue Jay. The time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. So kind of piggybacking on this self-expression card here with, being creative, expressing yourself through creativity. I feel like that's kind of what the Blue Jay is backing up here and saying, master those abilities, master those creative expressions and that kind of thing. That's definitely going to help you out a lot. So now is the time to seize that while you're waiting, basically. You also have the Vulture. Accept the inevitable. Let go of the past and welcome a rebirth to begin. So for some of you guys, this may be a challenge dealing with this person because you could be holding on to the past. You could be holding on to maybe who they used to be or who you used to be when you were around this person. But there's something here that you're holding on to dealing with the past. Maybe there's a part of you that just always expects them to never respond to you, to never talk to you, because that's how they've always been in the past. You need to let that go because you're going to continue to see them give you that negative response or no response if you keep believing that that's going to, reiterate itself. So you got to let that go. Anything that's negative there, you got to let go. When it comes to accepting the inevitable, your gut, your heart knows what's inevitable. And if it's inevitable for you guys to eventually work this out and come together, it's gonna happen. It may not happen when you want it to happen or how you want it to happen, but it's gonna happen. So, you know, you can't outrun what God is going to bless you with, is what it comes down to. So, and neither can they. You can't outrun what God is going to bless you with. It is inevitable. So don't worry about the details. Let go of the things that didn't work out in the past, so that way then those inevitable things can have room to begin. And then we have the starling. Now is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. So once again, while you're waiting and while you're waiting well, this is a good time to get out into the world. And I feel like what that basically means is work on your other connections right now. Work on your connections with your friends or people at work or your family or people in your neighborhood, or, you know, just wherever it is, whatever it is, work on those other connections in your life right now. And, you know, maybe bring some of that creativity and that self-expression to those people, because I feel like that's going to be good for you. It's going to be a good way to wait well. You're not going to be thinking so much about how it's taking so long with things, and you may be helping somebody else while in the process of that. So that's a good thing. So yeah, I feel like definitely like get out there, connect with others, because yeah, you know, we all want that one special person and love that one special person and want to be with that one special person, but our lives should never revolve around that one special person. It should be well-rounded, which means we should be spending time with our friends and our family, and, you know, hopefully you enjoy your coworkers. I know you can't necessarily always help that, but you know, like surround yourself with other people and other connections and other relationships, and go out there and get involved in those connections while you're waiting, and continue to try and uphold those connections too, even when you do come together with this person, because that's just all a part of you being a healthy and well-balanced person. And, you know, that brings a healthy and a well-balanced person to the relationship. Finally, we have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, "You are the light of the world," Matthew 5:14, which I feel like only backs up that star energy here, because that star energy is kind of like being that light. It's being that light in the world. And sometimes, especially to people who are still kind of living in a darkness, especially their own darkness, their own depression and that kind of thing, the light can be scary. The light can be a little too bright and a little bit too much, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't stop shining it. So keep shining, keep sparkling, don't stop radiating that, because more people in the world need that. And especially if you do have that connection with somebody special in your life, they need that more than anybody. So keeping that light, keeping that star, eventually they're going to find their way to that light. So hopefully this message resonated and made sense for you guys. That's basically what I have for you. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Also, you guys, please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. Otherwise, I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by and spend a little bit of time here with me today. It definitely means the world to me. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose these blue, sparkly, funky, big sunglasses, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is in store for you for the rest of summer 2021. All right. set these big blue baddies over here. Stay. Hopefully they don't fall. That pair doesn't like to sit up very well. But we're going to start off here with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay them down. And we'll see exactly what we got going on and put it all together. You guys have the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Pentacles. All right, you guys. So the first thing that came out here is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is all about walking away from something. So I feel like this may mean that, you know, maybe earlier on in the summer, or this could be something that you're currently dealing with right now, you could have walked away from something this summer. And probably something that wasn't good for you, probably something that you needed to walk away from. And take this as it resonates because, you know, once again, it is a general reading, so it could be walking away from anything. It could be walking away from an unhealthy relationship. It could be walking away from a job that you were unhappy in. It could be walking away from maybe a place that you lived, that you moved from one place to another. It doesn't even have to be something physical, like all of those things. It could be walking away, in a sense, from a certain way of thinking, a certain way of being. It could be walking away from toxic mental strongholds. So take it as it resonates. It could be a lot of different things. So whatever that thing is, though, that you walked away from, I feel like that's what this represents. And with the Nine of Swords, I feel like the reason why you decided to walk away from this thing or this mentality or this person or whatever it was bringing you a lot of sleepless nights. The Nine of Swords is all about sleepless nights, stress, anxiety, not good feeling kind of stuff. So I feel like leading up to this walk away, you probably had a lot of stress and anxiety. It was causing you to lose your peace. Your stomach was probably in turmoil. It just wasn't good. There was a lot of not so good, not so great going on. So yeah, I feel like it brought you a lot of that. So, you know, if that's the case, walking away was probably a good idea to help relieve some of that going on. And I do feel like, you know, coming out of the Nine of Swords, walking away from things, probably took you into hermit mode. It's probably taking you into a time to just like go within and be on your own and be by yourself and be a little bit introspective and, you know, just kind of like reevaluate things on your own. You know, probably a time of heavy prayer and meditation and just kind of like one-on-one time between you and God kind of a thing. So I feel like that's kind of what it's really taken you into. So if you're not there yet, I feel like this is somewhere that you're going to be headed, is going into that hermit mode, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's kind of a quiet card. It's not a card of a lot of action and intensity and all the other kind of stuff, but it's still a good card. I feel like it's a good card in the sense of just like really reflecting on things and kind of setting yourself back into the right direction, into a direction that's going to be healthy and good for you. Like being in hermit mode right now could be you reevaluating yourself when it comes to relationships and figuring out what kind of relationship would be best for you. Or it could be you reevaluating, you know, your jobs and your career and saying, well, you know what, I don't want to have that kind of career anymore. I want to take my career in this direction. I want to do this kind of job. You know, it could be about, you know, once again, mental thinking, mental habits. It could be saying like, okay, thinking about certain things in my life this way has not been beneficial for me. It's brought me a lot of stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. You know, how can I replace those thoughts? What kind of thoughts can I think instead that are going to be helpful and beneficial to me and not hurt me? So it could be a lot of those different things, but I do feel like being in hermit mode right now is probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing to reevaluate. And I feel like eventually that's going to bring you to a time of the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is basically just that. It's kind of like, if you were to look at the wheel as like the wheel of life or the events of life and that kind of thing, it's kind of like the wheel spinning in your favor. It's spinning in the right direction. It's spinning in a way that is going to benefit you, not hurt you. So I feel like, this course that you've been on of walking away from things that bring you stress and anxiety and sleepless nights, going within, reevaluating things, figuring out what works well for you and what doesn't, it's going to bring you into a time of fortune. It's going to bring you into a time of favor and blessing in whatever this area was that you struggled in. If it was in your career, you're going to find a career that you feel good in, that you're going to be blessed in, where you're probably going to make more money and you're going to feel like you're actually making a difference in the world and enjoying being where you're at, doing what you're doing, spending day after day doing stuff. If it's in a relationship, you're going to find yourself in a healthy and better relationship with someone who is more deserving, who wasn't giving you all this anxiety and those kinds of things. So I feel like it's just, a matter of things moving into that positive direction, moving into a good direction. And I feel like as for you, the viewer, I feel like you yourself are a combination of the last two cards. The last two cards, we have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, she is very fiery. She's very passionate. She's charismatic. She's outgoing. She's obviously very warm. She can be very sensual. She's kind of the queen in a sense that everybody wishes that they could be, because, she's just kind of like everywhere being that, she's like the sexy queen, I guess you could say. So yeah, I feel like you guys have a lot of that in you. You have a lot of that spark, a lot of that fire, a lot of that passion, a lot of that pizzazz, just ready to burst out of you. You just apply that energy wherever it is that you need to, whether it's in the career stuff or in the relationship stuff or whatever. But I feel like you guys are definitely very much in that Queen of Wands kind of energy. And also with the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles is just one pentacle away from 10, and 10 pentacles is ultimate fulfillment. So with the 9 here, I feel like you guys coming out of the hermit mode and starting to see that wheel move in the right direction, move in a favorable direction for you guys, it's going to happen because you guys are just like reaping the rewards. You're reaping the benefits. Like, this is pretty much, having those blessings, having that success, having that favor and that good fortune happening to you. The Ten of Pentacles would basically be kind of like having those things, but having that person by your side. So I feel like if this is relationship based, like, that other person may not come along instantaneously, but when they do, it's going to happen because you're in this frame of mind, basically. That you're in the frame of mind of, kind of just like already being blessed in every other area of your life. Already having like a good, amazing life. So I do feel like you are going to see this transformation over the summer, where maybe it started out kind of lousy with a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress and a lot of sleepless nights. But I feel like the moment you walk away from that, if you haven't already, and do a little bit of time within, you're going to see this change, this transformation happen. Your inner Queen of Wands is going to come out. You're going to start having a lot of blessings and favor. And you're slowly but surely going to see a lot of things just turn around and change. So I feel like the summer is a time of transformation for you guys. At least the remainder of it. At least what we have left of it for like the next couple months. Then we also have the Ice Cream Oracle, because there's no way I could do a summer reading without it involving the Ice Cream Oracle. It's just like the most summery oracle deck that I own, because, you know, what do you do during the summer? You eat ice cream, you know? You go to Dairy Queen, you go to Grader's, you go to wherever your local ice cream place is, you know? Could be I don't even think Sprinkles has their ice cream place open right now, but, you know, wherever, you go get your ice cream. We have Pistachio, Emotional Healing, Independence, and Responsibility. Which is so funny. A total separate note. I know this has nothing to do with anything. But whenever I look at this card, you guys, I never think of pistachio. I know it's supposed to be like a waffle cone thing and ice cream. But every time I look at it, it looks like a chip and guacamole. That's honestly what I think every single time. I don't think ice cream with this card. I think chips and guacamole. Anyway, that's just me. We also have Cherry Vanilla, Love, Passion, and Relationships. Banana Walnut, Cracking Codes, Learning, and Observing. And we have Orange, Enthusiasm, Confidence, and Courage. So I feel like pistachio, aka guacamole, to me at least, and banana walnut kind of go together. Because I feel like these are the two cards that you guys are doing while you're in that hermit mode during this time. So I feel like while you guys are in hermit mode, you're emotionally healing, number one. You're emotionally healing whatever it was that was giving you anxiety, whatever it was that you walked away from. You're definitely in the process of healing that while being in hermit mode. And I feel like it's also teaching you just like more independence and more responsibility, you know, especially if maybe one of your lessons was about codependency. I'm not saying that it was or it wasn't, but if it was, it could be teaching you how to be more independent and not codependent. Then we also have Banana Walnut, Cracking Codes, Learning, and Observing, which is pretty much a lot of what you do anyways when you're in hermit mode. So with Cracking Codes, I feel like that's like kind of code for saying downloads. I feel like you're getting a lot of downloads, a lot of information from spirit, from above, on what it is that you need to do for yourself and your life, and maybe just what you need to know in general, kind of a thing. So I feel like you're definitely cracking codes while in hermit mode. You're just learning a lot, you know, because you're in hermit mode. You may not be out there doing a lot and saying a lot, but you're definitely observing. You're definitely kind of seeing what's going on around you, kind of stuff. So I feel like these two cards go hand in hand with the hermit situation. And Cherry Vanilla, Love, Passion, and Relationships. I feel like that kind of is an emphasis here on the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands is basically the Queen of Passion. And for a lot of you guys, it could be an indication that the thing that you walked away from here that was giving you a lot of anxiety was connected to love, that it was connected to a relationship of some sort. But I don't feel like you guys have anything to worry about, that, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor, and, you know, new, healthy, better love is going to be on its way for you, basically. You don't have all this passion for nothing, pretty much. And with Orange, Enthusiasm, Confidence, and Courage, once again, I feel like this time of being in hermit mode, it's giving you that strength to have courage. And I feel like coming out of hermit mode, you're going to have more confidence and you're going to have more enthusiasm for life, which is exactly what the Queen of Wands once again holds. She has confidence. She has enthusiasm. And someone with confidence and enthusiasm embodies that Nine of Pentacles energy, which is basically someone who pretty much has it all, but may just be, you know, one pentacle away from having that particular person, that particular match of theirs with the love and romance. But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. I feel like that could happen. You know, we're just talking about the summer right now as it is. So, you know, you may have to go in hermit mode and be on your own and kind of, you know, come out of it with this enthusiasm and confidence, which is a great thing. But, the part of it may not happen until the fall because my intention was just for the summer. So who knows what could happen in the fall? You could wind up, getting back together with somebody, working things out with someone. You could have new love. Either way, I feel like love is in the works. I just don't feel like that's going to be the main thing to happen during the summer. It's going to be a time of this amazing transformation within you, which is going to bring out a more confident, more passionate, more enthusiastic version of yourself, which will set yourself up ultimately for the best of the best of the best of what's yet to come for you. Then we have the Divine Feather cards here. And you guys got the Osprey. Your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly. So I think sometimes we forget that we don't have to make, in a sense, our dreams come true. God helps those who helps themselves, yes. There is a certain amount of work and effort on our end. But I think we all kind of know where that line is, where that division is of what our side of the street is to work on and what God's side of the street is to work on. And once we've done our part, all we really kind of have to do is sit back, relax, let God take the driver's seat and, do his thing. You don't have to worry about bringing in that success. You don't have to worry about bringing in that abundance. He wants to give that to you naturally on his own as it is because he loves you. So all you got to do is be open and receptive. Don't block it out and just receive it because it's already there for you. It's already available to you. You guys also have the Meadowlark. Smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. A wonderful journey of inner discovery is basically a code words, for the hermit. That's basically what the hermit is doing. Look at him there. He's on a journey by himself, his own inner discovery. And I feel like once again, that just kind of puts an emphasis on the hermit card there, that's basically what you guys are going to be doing. But considering it says smile, that's the first word that says here on this card. I feel like that's basically saying don't look at like your own inner journey within going into that hermit mode. Don't look at it as a bad thing. Don't look at it as something to dread or fear or to be upset about. Look at it as an exciting new opportunity. Look at it as something new and glorious because it really is. So, you have something to be excited for, excited about. And you guys have the Raven. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. Interesting. So, I feel like in the midst of all this going on here over the summer, keep your eyes and keep your ears peeled for those synchronicities because I feel like you guys are definitely getting that. I know a lot of the times when we talk about synchronicities, we talk about, the general ones like, 1111 and, all the different number syncs, whether it's like 111, 222, 777, blah, blah, blah. There's so many. But synchronicity doesn't just have to be numbers. It could be a song that pops up on the radio at the right time that describes exactly how you're feeling. It could be, especially if you're talking about a love situation, for example, you could see a car that looks like theirs drive by. Heck, you might even see their car drive by. But yeah, it could be a lot of different things. It could be like a movie or a storyline that reminds you of your own storyline, your own situation in life that you're going through. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Every time you get those synchronicities, it's kind of like a little love note from the universe. It's a little love note from spirit, basically asking you to like, hold on, don't give up, have faith. You've got this. Like everything's going to be okay, kind of a thing. Finally, you guys, I have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. So basically, I know it's kind of like a whole bunch of like fancy blah 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 together, and that's from John 14:12. So basically, he's talking about works and he's talking about belief is what it comes down to here. And I really feel like you have to have those two things together. It doesn't work when they're apart. If you're only believing and only believing and only believing, but you're not taking any action to go forward in what it is that you want, you're not going to see it happen because the action's not there. You can't manifest something without those actions. However, if all you're doing is working and all you're doing is putting the action across, but you're not believing in what you're doing, it's still not going to happen. So you got to have a healthy combination of both. That's the only way that we get the things that we desire the most in our heart. So just remember, have an even, balanced give and take there between works and beliefs. It goes together. So that's a good reminder to have. Anyway, that's basically what I have going on for you guys here for the rest of your summer 2021. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And also so you guys know when I'm going live. And I would, of course, love to have you there for that as well. So, I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by and hang out here with me for a little bit today. It definitely warms my heart and it means the world to me. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love.